As you board, please move across your car to make room for everyone, and kindly offer available seating to those needing special assistance. If you're standing, please hold on to the handrails and stay clear of the doors. They will be closing in a moment. Thank you.
Hey, howdy, hey, and welcome to another episode of Disney Assembled. I'm Troy.
And I'm Amy.
And we are your happy little father-daughter podcast, here to create joy and share our love for all things Disney.
Disney Assembled is sponsored by our patrons over on Patreon, Brenda, Danny, Connie, and Andrew.
Yes, thank you guys very much. If you would like to join them, become part of the Disney Assembled Patreon family, please go to our website, disneyassembled.com, click on the Become a Patron button. And for as little as $2 a month, you can join us there where you get access to all our exclusive patron-only content. However, if you're looking to add additional Disney magic to your day, check out Magic of the Mouse Radio. Magic of the Mouse Radio is the best internet radio station for all your Disney music. It is available 24/7, 365. In addition to all the great music, you can hear our show, Disney Assembled, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern.
In addition to the Magic of the Mouse radio family, I am so proud to be a part of the Magic of the Mouse news family. MagicoftheMouseNews.com has articles for anything and everything Disney related that you might want to read. So make sure to go check it out.
Yes, please do that. All right, we're
going to
recording this episode early this week because we have big plans this weekend. We're not going to be able to record. You were very busy this weekend, and
I'm like the busiest I've ever been ever.
Right. So we're actually recording this on Thursday, September 28th, and this will actually come out. Yeah, it'll be October when these things come out. October 1st will be when this episode drops, October 1st, 2022. And because it's October and we are into the fall and into is it officially the spooky season? I guess October 1st begins the spooky season. We thought we would kick off this month with a nice Disney spooky topic. Mimi, do you want to tell everybody what we're going to do?
Well, first, I want to share with you what I've aptly named the coming episodes for the holiday season. It is Spooky Scary Sundays with Disney Assembled.
Very good. Spooky Scary Sundays. I like it.
So Spooky Scary Sundays is being kicked off October 1st with our Disney Park Scary Superlatives.
Yeah. Scary Superlatives.
Scary Superlatives. So I'm on the yearbook team for my school, and we were talking about superlatives and how we wanted to organize them in the book. We're doing a lot of like pre-planning at the moment.
Yep.
And the talk of superlatives got me thinking, and I was like, oh, like let's do Disney superlatives. Like it's not really May. If it was like graduation season, it would probably fit the theme better. But you were like, let's make them spooky. Let's make them Halloween-y, scary superlatives. We're going to kick off Spooky Scary Sundays with Spooky Scary Superlatives.
We have 6 categories. We have some nominees from Disney World in Florida. This is all from Walt Disney World in Orlando.
So we've got like 4 or 5 or 6 nominees in each category, and we're going to discuss who we think the winner should be.
We are going to do that. We also have our Disney Dad Joke of the Week. And then we'll wrap things up for our first, what did you call it? A Spooky
Scary Sunday.
Spooky Scary Sunday edition of Disney Assembled 2023. Good job.
Featuring Disney Assembled.
Featuring Disney Assembled. That's true. All right. Anything else before we get started?
No, I'm just really excited. So at the time of you guys listening to this, I will be wrapping up my weekend as the senior leader for a faith retreat organization that I'm a part of. And it's a really big deal to be chosen. It's like a big application process. And I've been working on this since literally June. I was elected in April. And then like they break for the summer. It's like a school year thing. And that's what I'm pouring my entire energy into right now, which is why I am so busy. I have like 100 candles I need to go decorate, and I have done 30. We need to record the episode. So this part of my brain that's anxious can check itself off.
Well, that's good.
So, but other than that, I'm good. College applications going well. I wrote my main common essay about Disney Assembled.
Oh, very good. I look forward to reading that.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Are you ready to jump in?
Yes.
All right. We're going to get started with the Disney Dad Joke. Are you ready for the Disney Dad Joke? All
yes.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for this week's Disney Dad Joke of the Week. Mimi,
Yes.
Merida,
What
from
about her?
Brave.
Yes.
She's very good at the archery thing.
Yes.
But did you know when she first started doing archery, she was doing it blindfolded?
That's
and she
crazy.
really didn't like it all that much. And then they said, well, Merida, try it without the blindfold. And she says, wow, this is so much better. I had no idea what I was missing.
Okay.
Get it?
Yeah.
Had no idea.
Oh, because she didn't know what the target.
Because
Yeah.
she couldn't see the
I get it.
target.
That one's clever. That one's a thinker.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a Disney dad joke that you think we should use on the show, send it to us. Email disneyassembled@gmail.com or as a message on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter.
Boom.
All at Disney Assembled. We'd love to consider using it. All right. Spooky
Scary
Sundays. Spooky Scary Sundays featuring Disney Assembled. This is week 1, October 1st, 2023. We have some superlatives. This is the Spooky Scary Superlative Sunday.
Yes.
So we're going to get into this. I'll tell you what we should do. Why don't I'll name the category and I'll go through the nominees and then we will chat about the nominees, why we think these nominees are in this category, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll come up with who we think the winner is. And then if you're listening, play along and you can get to pick who you think. All right.
Sounds great.
All right. First category is most likely to induce a jump scare. Most likely to induce a jump scare. And the nominees are It's Tough to Be a Bug, Dinosaur, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and The Haunted Mansion.
Okay. So I see the value in It's Tough to Be a Bug. The whole thing that people hate about that show
and
is that
it's buzzes and feels like you're getting stung at the bugs crawling on you.
Right.
Yeah.
Dinosaur, much of the same reason. It's
the thing comes out at you. Yeah.
Remy's is a little bit more lighthearted.
A little lighthearted, but still, because it's that 3D and you're spinning around, there could be a few moments where you're like, ooh, okay, I didn't expect that. Right?
I was definitely jump scared my first time on it, for sure. Haunted Mansion, I don't see as many jump scares in Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion made the list because there's that one ghost that pops up from behind the headstone in the graveyard scene. And it always seems to get me. If I'm looking at the graveyard and it pops up at the right moment right next to me, it just kind of gets me every time.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
It's kind of a jump scare thing.
I think, okay. What do you think?
Those are the 4 nominees for most likely to induce a jump scare. I am going to go. I think the winner here has to be Dinosaur. I just think that it is consistently, it's loud, it's dark, and it consistently gets the best sort of scary reactions on the ride photos.
Yeah.
So if I had to pick one in this category, I would go with Dinosaur.
Yeah. I think I was thinking about Bug for pretty seriously thinking about Bug, but Bug is, it has jump scares for sure, but its appeal, what makes it scary is the creepiness of it, the unsettling feeling you get when you think about bugs, and the fact that they're all over you, right? Like the seat buzzing, like it doesn't come out of nowhere a little bit, but like what makes people uncomfortable about it is that it replicates a bug, and not that it's genuinely just like you know.
Yeah, Dinosaur's the closest thing to like a haunted house
for sure. Remy's does have jump scares. I will say there are some pretty valid jump scares in this ride. When I rode it the first time, I definitely was jump scared, but I think it is not the most likely to be jump scared because you don't really see them coming. I've got to be honest with you.
Yep.
You can kind of feel them on their way, right? The music's getting louder, you move it a little bit faster, Haunted Mansion does not give me a jump scare at all. So I'm going to go with Dinosaur because I was jump scared once on that ride and I had to close my eyes for the rest of the ride. It was not enjoyable. So, it was like Freddy Fazbear's Five Nights at Freddy's, the ride. It was terrible.
So it sounds like Dinosaur runs away with this category, most likely to induce a jump scare. All right. Good. Congratulations, Dinosaur. Good job.
Yeah.
One day you'll be Indiana Jones, maybe. All right. Next category. It's spooky, scary?
Spooky, scary Sunday
Scary, spooky Sunday superlatives. Next category is most likely to make you hurl. These are the attractions most likely to induce vomiting.
Gross.
Okay. And the nominees are The Mad Tea Party, Star Tours, Cosmic Rewind, and Mission Space Orange.
I want to hear your thoughts first. I want to hear your case.
Well,
Because I have quite a few thoughts.
I am a ride chicken, and I hate the feeling of being sick to my stomach. And so, with the exception of teacups, which I can do teacups, I have a method. I can do teacups, but the last time I rode teacups or a tea party, I did start to get queasy, right? It was the first time in my life I ever started to feel queasy on the Mad Tea Party. Star Tours, the motion simulator always gets me. It knocks me around. I can't wait to get off of that ride, the motion simulator, and then 3D just gets to me. Cosmic Rewind, I've just been too scared to do. I'm sorry. Y'all keep telling me it's not all that bad, but I know that people got sick on it and the spinning while you're riding, and you keep telling me it's not all that bad, and it's probably not all that bad. I'm trying to get the courage to do it. Maybe if you're listening, you can encourage me to do it. So Cosmic Rewind is on the list because I just know that it made some people nauseous. Mission Space Orange, I will never get on that attraction ever, ever, ever. I mean, I would rather not. I would turn down a free entry to Epcot. If they said, Troy, you'll let you in for free, but you have to ride Mission Space Orange, I'll just pay.
If they said, like, I'll let you in for free for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's unrealistic. But Mission Space Orange, again, it is vomit inducing.
Right.
So I don't, that's my reasoning for them, but I don't want to name my winner until you've had a chance to comment.
Okay. So teacups for me have never been an issue. For me, I get like the queasy feeling you get when you, like, if you go on the swing sets too high and like you drop down. And that feeling's kind of fun to me because it's not nauseous. It's not like I'm not nauseous. I'm just sort of like, woo, like center of gravity is decalibrated. That's kind of interesting. I enjoy that feeling. I think that's fun. Star Tours has never bothered me. I have no other comments on that. Cosmic Rewind. So I was really scared of feeling sick on Cosmic Rewind the first time I was on it. And it did kind of mess with my equilibrium the first time. But I've never felt sick, but I know that there was enough people who did feel sick that they installed those trash cans, right off the ride exit.
Right.
And then Mission Space, you also could not pay me to go on Mission Space Orange. Not because I'm scared of it necessarily, but I don't think anyone likes throwing up, but I'm like afraid of it. Like I will do anything at all costs to not throw up.
To avoid it, yeah.
And I would never,
a terrible feeling.
like, I would just never put myself in the position to do that.
Right.
And I think for me, it's between Cosmic Rewind and Mission Space because there was enough of a demand that they put in those trash cans. But on Mission Space, there are barf bags, and that doesn't exist on Cosmic Rewind. Right. So I think the winner in my head is Mission Space Orange.
I have two possible winners. I have never ridden Mission Space Orange, but based on reputation alone, it is the most nauseating. Nauseous inducing, nauseating ride.
Right.
Star Tours gets me every time. I just cannot do the 3D motion simulation in Star Tours. It just knocks me around. But since I was also thinking Mission Space Orange and you were thinking Mission Space Orange, and those were the only attraction that both of us were considering, I think we're going to have to go with Mission Space Orange on this one, most likely to make you hurl. All right, bring your own barf bag. Oh, you don't have to on that one.
Yeah, they already have one.
It's already in there. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I
Disney.
used like sheer logic with this one, and you were like, yeah, but I don't really like Star Tours.
I really don't like Star Tours. All right, the next category, Best Scream. So these are the attractions that induce the best scream. So if you're watching the ride, if you're outside, you're people watching, you're hearing the screams. For some of these you can hear the screams, some of these you can't hear the screams because it could be inside. And the nominees for Best Scream is, or scream-inducing attraction maybe, or Best Screams from an attraction.
Yeah.
Best Scream. Tower of Terror, Dinosaur, Rise of the Resistance, Space Mountain, and Expedition Everest.
I think what we need to consider here is the kind of scream. So Tower of Terror, you're like screaming out of just like pure like, oh God, help me, please don't let me die in this moment. And in Dinosaur, you're screaming out of like pure fear of like, oh my God, get me off of this. So there's different vibes of scream here, right? Everest, I think you're screaming because you're like, I can't control my reaction to falling 80 feet, And then Space Mountain is definitely a scream of like, I don't know what's about to happen and I'm scared. Like it's like nervous giggling screams,
Mm-hmm.
Like if I were to put nervous giggling in a scream, like it would be on Space Mountain. And then Rise, I scream on Rise at the drop because I know it's coming. Right. It's like that. It's that anticipatory scream.
But if you're ever on that ride with someone who's never done it before, It's a pretty good scream you get.
Oh, for sure. Because it comes out of kind of nowhere. And like, then you hear the lock and you're like, oh no. Oh no. Okay. So for me, I've got to say, I have screamed on all of these rides. So I've got to say, I don't know. I guess I'll just go in order. So Tower of Terror, that one, those screams were out of genuine fear, genuine like fear that the ride was going to just break down and I was actually going to go plummeting 200 feet. Dinosaur, I was just terrified. I was too scared to scream. Like I was just curled up in my little ball, hands on my ears, eyes closed, too scared to scream. Rise Resistance, like I said, that anticipatory yelp. Space Mountain is definitely like the nervous laughter. I laugh a little bit more on Space Mountain than I do than Scream, because I'm like excited. I'm like happy to be there, you know, but I'm also like, what's going to happen next? Everest, that scream also came out of pure fear. I like, as we saw the Yeti and as we approached that massive 50-foot drop, I was like, okay, like, just got to get ready to scream here because I'm going to be terrified and I better let it out. So I think in my head, it's between Tower and Everest. What about you?
Well, I think Tower, you hear screams, but I want to say some of those screams you hear from outside the ride are actually recordings of screams that they play to make it sound more terrifying than it really is. But it is terrifying. Dinosaur, it's just pure terror when that thing pops out.
Right.
Rise, like I said, when you drop, and people haven't done it. Space Mountain, I agree with you. It's the fact that it's dark. It's not because it's fast or a scary ride. It's just because it's dark.
It's nervous giggling. Like,
right.
Yeah.
And Everest, I agree with you. I mean, there's the Yeti comes out at you and you're going, I mean, look, you're going up the lift hill, which is really high, and then you stop and you start going backwards and you're going, you know.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the backwards. I was only thinking about that major drop at the end. I was screaming my head off during the backwards. I was terrified.
To me, so if I had to go with the best scream, I would go with Tower of Terror. I think you can hear I think Tower of Terror. Now, the Space Mountain screams that you hear when you're on the People Mover,
those have to be fake.
I'm also not convinced that that's not just a recording that they're playing, right?
That's got to be fake.
It's like the same exact scream every time you go through.
See, like, I kind of want to go with Everest because, like, the ambiance outside of Everest with the screams, like, are just so real. And, like, you can hear them, like, as they come around the mountain. I don't know. Like, the screams I had on Everest were very raw. Like, they were from inside of my core, you know?
Right.
But the Tower ones are also pretty good.
I could go with either one.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If it hollers, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Tower.
Right. We're going to go with Tower of Terror for the best scream-inducing attraction. I think a lot of people would agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty...
If this was my high school...
Because it's unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? So
if this was my high school and they got the same number of votes, they would both just get the superlative. So
we're not doing that here.
Okay. There's got to be one winner.
The next category, scariest or creepiest event or attraction, because one of the options in this category is not actually a ride attraction, right? And here are the nominees for the scariest / creepiest experience: Astro Orbiter, Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, Expedition Everest, and Meeting Kylo Ren.
Meeting Kylo Ren is really scary.
Kylo Ren doesn't play. There is no play in his game.
No.
He is super serious.
If
he would just walk to the other side of Batuu, though, he would find all the rebels that he's looking for.
Right,
he just refuses to cross over into the other side of the park, right? But those are those are the nominees for scariest / creepiest experience. Right? Here's what I think. I think Meeting Kylo Ren is kind of intimidating. It's kind of intimidating. Expedition Everest, I think for all the reasons we just mentioned, it's kind of creepy. You're going up that big tall lift hill. You see the track has been removed, and then you're going backwards, and then there's the Yeti, and he's discoing, and then you're going down this thing. Okay, scary and creepy. Tower of Terror. Do I need to say anything more about it? The name Tower of Terror alone makes it scary and creepy. Rock and Roller Coaster. You're corkscrewing. You're going upside down. It's fast. It's loud. Scary? Could be. And Astro Orbiter. You're way up there.
At night.
It could be at night or at day, but night was particularly creepy, even though it was a beautiful view, but it was particularly creepy at night, the Astro Orbiter in Tomorrowland. Your thoughts?
Kylo Ren, definitely intimidating. I wouldn't say scary, just intimidating and like you become super self-conscious. Everest, I was shaking in my boots getting on that ride, terrified. Like I don't think I've been more scared to get on a ride attraction than I was to get on Everest. Tower of Terror, also really scary, but I also know that that ride is only 90 seconds long, and so like the second you're on it, you're off of it, and that calms my nerves for me. Rock and Roller Coaster doesn't scare me as much now that I've been on Everest, actually. But the Astro Orbiter at night, I wanted to get off of it. Getting on Everest was really scary, but once I was on it, I was fine. Like I was having the time of my life. The Astro Orbiter, I was scared getting on, I was scared riding it, and I was scared getting off. The winner in my head is the Astro Orbiter at night because that was awful and I will never do it again.
I am torn between that and the Kylo Ren meeting because I actively avoid Kylo Ren.
That's really funny.
I'm like, dude, I just don't want to deal with this. I just want to enjoy my blue milk.
He's going to like say something mean about what you're wearing or something.
I just want my blue milk. I turn my back. I don't want anything to do. Right. But listen, I get on Astro Orbiter, but I'm sweating the entire time. Right. So you went with Astro Orbiter as scary and creepy. I can live with that. We'll go with the Astro Orbiter at night as the winner of the scariest and creepiest category. All right, we have 2 categories left. Why don't we do this category here? The most cringeworthy experience. So this is the kind of thing where it's not necessarily creepy or scary, but it's kind of cringy. I don't know. I just thought it would be appropriate to put in there.
Yeah.
Cringeworthy. Because it's, spooky. Cringing is kind of spooky.
Yeah.
And the nominees for the most cringeworthy experience are Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor, Spaceship Earth, The Jungle Cruise, and The Country Bear Jamboree.
What are your thoughts?
So Laugh Floor is cringy because it's just a bunch of dad jokes, and I'm all about the dad jokes, but those are cringy. It's pretty cringy in there, and I just don't want to be called on. So that right there is scary enough. I'm an introvert. I don't want to be involved in the show. I really don't want to do Laugh Floor. Just the idea of being in the show scares the heck out of me. Spaceship Earth, I put this in there not because of the attraction itself, but it's that part where you start to go backwards. And if you've never done it before, I love it too, but when you start tilting back, some people get a little, ooh, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Well, I don't think that's what's cringy about Spaceship Earth. I think what's cringy about Spaceship Earth is the animatronics older than Walt himself.
That's true, and some of them aren't really working all that well anymore. So
like the way the lights don't work in the space scene.
True. Jungle Cruise. It's the gags. It's the
dad
puns.
jokes.
Yeah, the puns for the Jungle Cruise. And in Country Bear Jamboree, I'm glad they're changing up the music because the music just hasn't aged well. It's kind of cringy. It's not really funny. And it's dated. So it's kind of cringy, to be honest. But the animatronics in there are, they're also needing some serious love.
Right.
What are your thoughts for cringeworthy?
Laugh Floor for me is more anxiety inducing than it is cringy. Like it's cringy, but like on the corn scale, it's only getting like 1 corny out of all the 5 corns, I just don't want to get called on. I just get anxious. Spaceship Earth, I would give it like 2 corns on the corn scale. It can get a little the dialogue can get kind of silly and like the little pre-show and post-show can be a little silly, but it's in a cute, endearing way.
It's almost some of the moments of Spaceship Earth they've become memes of themselves.
Right, exactly. It's just become a joke, right?
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise, 4 out of 5 corn scale. Those jokes are awful, and sometimes you feel obliged.
They're so bad, they're good.
Right, sometimes feel obliged to laugh and whatever. But it has also become a meme of itself. And it's become an iconic figure that is no longer cringy. Country Bear Jamboree, the song is corny, 5 corns out of all the corns. The animatronics are kind of cutesy. They are old, though. They're cringy in the way the Spaceship Earth ones are corny. So I'm going to have to go with Country Bear Jamboree for cringiest, most cringeworthy.
I think I'm going to agree with you there. Of these 4 options, some of them are cornier. My
corn scale?
I like the corn scale. Some of them are cornier, but I think Country Bear has the combination of both cringy and corny.
Right.
And so,
but not in a cute way. It's unironically corny.
It's okay. It's just very dated and it needs a big refresh. And I'm glad that they're getting one. I'm glad it's not going away, and I'm glad they're redoing and refreshing it because I think it'll be a much better show and it'll attract people there.
I agree.
Country Bear Jamboree wins the most cringeworthy experience. All right. We have 1 category left. And, part of the scary, spooky Sunday, scary, spooky season thing is that it's sometimes a thrilling thing is actually fun. It makes you laugh. It makes you feel, you have you start laughing involuntarily just because you're just having so much fun.
Right, like how I felt watching Tremors with Kevin Bacon.
Sure, whatever. But a thrilling fun. So the nominees for the most thrilling fun experience are Test Track, Space Mountain, Soarin', Tron, Seven Dwarves Mine Train, Slinky Dog Dash, and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I
think you got to take Tron off. We haven't ridden Tron.
Yeah, we have not ridden Tron, and so you're right. I think it'd be hard for us to pick Tron.
What is this one? Seven Dwarves. Soarin'. Okay. My thoughts, Test Track is really kind of a chill ride until you get to the speed test. However, the speed test, although it's only like 15 seconds long, it is so fun. And we have some of our best family ride photos on Test Track. And it just makes me smile for sure every time I'm on it. Space Mountain, it's like I'm laughing through the thrill for sure. Definitely like what I was saying from the scariest or from the best scream, I'm like carrying over into this one. Soarin', I don't find it thrilling. I find it like to be a very long wait for what it is. I like Soarin'. I really do. I just
well, if you're scared of heights,
it can be thrilling, but it's very mellow, so that takes out the thrill for me. And then Tron we haven't ridden. Seven Dwarves, definitely not like a thrill ride, but it is one of my favorites. And if you're in the back, you get more of that whiplashy thrill. And I cannot get on that ride and not smile the whole time. Slinky Dog, same thing. Definitely a coaster for kids, but can have some kick if you're on the end. And I love Slinky Dog Dash so much. My little heart belongs to Slinky Dog Dash. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad definitely has more of a thrill than the other two for sure. And so many happy memories are made on that. This is a hard category.
Yeah, I would agree with you on almost all your explanations. Test Track, I think, it's the fastest ride. And the last part of it is the most thrilling, and it's lots of fun. Space Mountain, I could take it or leave it. I don't even think I've ridden Space Mountain the last few times we've been to Disney World. Soarin', I agree with you. It's more chill, but if you are, a height person, you don't like heights, it could be, a little thrilling. Tron, we haven't ridden. Seven Dwarves, I'm not a big fan of Seven Dwarves. It's okay, but again, not my favorite. Same thing with Slinky Dog. I like Slinky Dog just fine. But if I was going to pick one in this category, like, to me, the most fun of all these thrill rides we listed there is the one I love the most, which is my favorite roller coaster at Walt Disney World, and that is the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. So if I had to pick one, I was going to go with Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I always have a good time on that attraction.
Yeah, I think I can get behind that because of all the rides on the list, it's not like my favorite. It's not the one that I love the most. It's not to say I don't love it. It's just not like the one that stands out to me as the one that I like. If they were all standing in front of me, like it's not the one I would run to first. It's the one I would run to second. But it is the most thrilling of all of them. And I have some really good memories on it. So that was the one I was going to pick also.
Absolutely. There you go. Well, those are our categories for week 1 of the Scary Spooky Sundays featuring Disney Assembled.
Yeah. And
the Scary Spooky Superlatives.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you want to recap them?
Yeah. I'll read the category. You want to read the winner?
Sure.
All right. The first category was most likely to induce a jump scare. And the winner was
Dinosaur.
The second category, most likely to make you throw up.
Mission Space Orange.
The best scream experience.
Tower of Terror. Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
Went to Tower of Terror. Very good. All right. I'm sorry. I cut you off. We should have planned this better. The scariest or creepiest experience goes to
Astro Orbiter at night.
The most cringeworthy attraction is
Country Bear Jamboree.
And the last category, the most thrilling fun, goes to
Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Congratulations to all the winners. This was week 1, Scary Spooky Sundays featuring Disney Assembled.
Yeah.
All your Scary Spooky Sunday fun. Coming your way.
Scary Spooky Sunday silliness. Boom.
With Disney Assembled.
Creative writers.
There you go.
Right there. Okay, guys.
Alliteration at its best.
Yeah, I love alliteration, and I put it in pretty much everything I write, and nobody ever gets that it's alliteration. They're like, oh, like that's so coincidental. No, it's not coincidental. It was on purpose. I love alliteration. It is so much fun. It was not on purpose that I put Wonderful World, okay? Like it was not an accident. It was on purpose.
Well, there you go. It was on purpose.
Anyway.
It was perfectly on purpose and placed where it belongs. Alliteration.
Placed where it
was placed perfectly on purpose.
Anyway.
Right? On the paper.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, guys.
Alliteration.
So,
high five.
If you guys, high five.
Right. Tell them how they can tell the people how they can tell us that we picked the right things.
Yeah. So if you guys want to agree with us on our opinions that are obviously right, feel free to send us an email, disneyassembled@gmail.com, or send us a message on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, X, whatever you want to call it, all at Disney Assembled. But if you guys want to support the show further, the link to our TeePublic, Patreon, Buy Us a Dole Whip, all that other super fun stuff is on our website, disneyassembled.com. Make sure you go check it out.
Yeah, do that. And if you haven't done so already, check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com. Do a search for Disney Assembled. We're at Disney Assembled on YouTube. We have some more subscribers over there. We appreciate that. We've been putting some content up on the YouTube channel. So if you're a YouTuber, check out our YouTube channel. We really appreciate a subscription there. And finally, the best thing you do if you want to help us out, and we'd really, really appreciate this, would be to share our show on your social networks. Tell your friends about us. And if you hadn't had a chance to do so yet, if your podcast player of choice allows you to subscribe, make sure you subscribe to the show. And if you haven't done so already, if it allows you to leave a rating and review, whatever the highest rating is, we would appreciate your consideration of that rating or for that rating. And if you haven't written a review, and you can, go ahead and write a review. It really goes a long way to help other people find the show. Helps us create that joy that we're here to create, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, one more high five. Good job. We got a big weekend ahead, lots of plans. But yeah, once again, we are consistent. We getting the show out because that's what the people need.
Yes.
They need the people. The people need
Disney Assembled.
Disney Assembled, and we deliver. All right, Mimi, good job this week.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed the show. We hope it brought a smile to your face, some extra joy to your day, and an extra special sprinkle of pixie dust to your week. Thank you for listening, and until next time, see you real soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please collect your belongings, watch your head and step, and take small children by the hand.